It will interest you to know that in Nigeria currently, it's about to start raining garments, clothes, leather, you name it, in millions and tons every single day. Because tell me why the emergence of a mega garment hub and the largest leather factory in the country is not a big deal. Alright, stay put while I disclose everything you need to know and of course, give you an exclusive sneak peek into how these projects are reshaping Nigeria's economy, creating thousands of jobs and putting made in Nigeria right on the global fashion map. Let's start with Lagos, Nigeria's heartbeat of commerce. Right in the bustling neighborhood of Matori Industrial Estate in Mushin, something fascinating has come to life, the Lagos State Industrial Leather Hub. Now, this is not just another government project with a fancy name. No, this is a real ultra-modern production space designed to turn Lagos State into a global leather powerhouse. The hub, first conceived back in 2020, officially began construction the following year, and today it's fully operational. It's divided into two main sections and both are game changers. First, there is the production area, the engine room. It's fitted with top-grade industrial machinery capable of mass-producing shoes, bags, belts, and every kind of leather product you can imagine. We are talking international standard finishing, luxury quality that can rival Italian and Moroccan leather works. Then comes the commercial and business development area, and this is where creativity meets opportunity. Picture rows of shops, showrooms, training centers, offices, and open workstations buzzing with activity. This is where artisans, designers, and small businesses can collaborate, learn, and grow together. The entire setup was built with one mission: to inspire creativity, support enterprise, and make sure Lagosians and Nigerians can compete globally in the leather and fashion market. Now, of course, before this hub became a reality, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and his deputy, Dr. Bafemi Hamzat, visited the site several times. They wanted to ensure that the vision for an industrial Lagos was not just on paper, but alive in Mushin's heart. And when the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, officially commissioned the project, it was more than a ribbon-cutting moment. It was a statement that Lagos is ready to manufacture, innovate, and lead. But here is where it gets even more interesting. Some critics have been asking, can this kind of leather hub really survive in Lagos? Why not build it in the north, where most of Nigeria's animal skins come from? Well, that's a fair question. Places like Kano have long been the backbone of Nigeria's leather economy. The Kano tanneries produce huge volumes of animal hides, and believe it or not, most of their leather is exported to China, where it's used to make exotic shoes, watches, and handbags that later sell in the US for thousands of dollars. So yes, the north has the raw material advantage, but Lagos has the market, the logistics, the access to ports, and the design ecosystem. It's the bridge between production and global export. The Lagos Industrial Leather Hub is basically merging these two strengths, northern raw materials and the southern industrial power. That's the real magic.
From a modest background can now dream bigger, knowing that the tools and the next subject that you require is here and the market is within reach. On behalf of the government of Lagos, I make three solid pledges. One, that will protect and expand the assets through the transparent regulation and continuous infrastructural development that we see in this facility. That will be renaming and renaming this hall as the Senator Oluremi Industrial Leather Hub here in Nigeria. Glory of God and the benefit of mankind. Thank you all very much for listening, and it's been an honor to be your governor at this time in our journey. Thank you. very much.
Now, while Lagos is fine-tuning its leather legacy, another state is about to make a massive splash: Ogun State. Big news from there. A $2.4 billion mega garment hub is being built in partnership with Arise Integrated Industrial Platforms. And when I say mega, I mean mega. This facility is set to produce 550 million garments every year. That's over 500 million shirts, dresses, uniforms, and fashion pieces rolling out annually. It's projected to be one of the largest garment hubs in Africa. Let's break down why this matters, because this is not just about sewing clothes. 1. Nigeria spends an estimated $4 billion every single year importing clothes. That's $4 billion leaving the country. But with this hub, we are finally keeping that money here, building our own fashion ecosystem from scratch. 2. The numbers are simply wild. 550 million garments yearly, plus the ability to process 1,000 tons of cotton per day. That's industrial muscle on a scale we've never seen before in West Africa. 3. The project will create between 120,000 and 150,000 jobs, from tailors and designers to cotton farmers to logistic operators and retail hands. It's a chain reaction of employment and empowerment. This isn't a random idea. Either it's part of a broader plan by Governor Dapo Abiodun to industrialize Ogun State to make it the new manufacturing capital of Nigeria. And here's what's even more strategic. The hub will be located in a special agro-processing zone near the newly completed Gateway International Agro-Cargo Airport in Peru, meaning materials can come in, garments can go out fast, efficient, export ready. At a meeting in Abeokuta where the deal was confirmed, representatives from Arise IPP, Afrexim Bank, and the Ogun State government agreed on a simple, clear goal: build a fully integrated textile ecosystem that can compete globally. The team, including Gagan Gupta, the president of Arise IIP, and Arvind Mathur, their global head of textiles, called it a once-in-a-generation opportunity to revive Nigeria's textile industry. Because let's be honest, Nigeria once had one of the biggest textile sectors in Africa. In the 1980s, our mills were running, our cotton farms were thriving, and our cities were buzzing with local fashion. Then came decades of decline, poor power supply, cheap imports, policy inconsistency. But now, with stable electricity, modern machinery, and serious investors like Arise, we are witnessing a rebirth. So, what does all of this mean for you, me, and the Nigerian economy? First off, jobs. Second, youth empowerment. Third, foreign exchange savings. And fourth, industrial confidence. When Lagos and Ogun State take bold steps like this, it sends a message to investors: Nigeria is ready to manufacture again. The Gateway Agro Cargo Airport already gives Ogun State a logistical edge, allowing both cargo and passenger flights tailored to industrial use. We are seeing the birth of a connected, efficient, exports-driven industry that can stand shoulder to shoulder with Ethiopia, Morocco, and even parts of Asia. And most importantly, it's made in Nigeria, not as a slogan, but as a standard. So the next time you buy a bag, a belt, or a beautifully tailored outfit, check the tag. If it says made in Nigeria, know that behind that label is an entire ecosystem of farmers, factory workers, designers, and dreamers, building the country's future one stitch at a time. Because trust me, when it starts raining garments and leather in Nigeria, it's not just a downpour, it's a revolution.